in round number 1.
Here are the women who will be on the floor for this 6th and final heat. Emma Lawson and Emma Carey will be right next to each other, two future stars of the sport. Emma Lawson, who was the overall leader at one point last year at the CrossFit Games.
And is just, what, 16, 17 years old, which is absolutely unbelievable. But Emma Carey to her left, another teenage phenom, took the year off due to an injury, and she looked wonderful this morning. So I can't wait to see Emma Carey back in the mix.
Annika Greer is another one of those young up-and-coming stars here. Unfortunately, not able to make it all the way through the season last year because you missed a score submission window. That ended her season. She's looking for some redemption here.
Yeah, and she was one of those athletes that we were billing to be one of those new young phenoms to make the CrossFit Games, and because of that submission error, we weren't able to see her in competition last year.
And for those of you playing the Will We Show Matt Fraser on the camera drinking game, now's the time to take a shot.
Take a shot. I suggest using beer. It's going to be a long weekend for you if he's still here.
10 seconds.
Matt Fraser and his lovely bride, Sammy. Congratulations to the two of them, expecting their first child.
Baby girl.
Final heat's underway, 47 reps from Lexi Neely. That is the score to beat here. Those 5 ring complexes, toes to ring, muscle up, and a dip. Counts as 1 rep.
Big thing here is utilizing your swing to help with the pull. I was talking to Dave Durante the other day about how he would approach this ring complex, and it's being patient and big with that swing. On the toes to ring, make sure you lay out. We don't rush the pull. A lot of times with that ruck on your back, people tend to maybe panic pull a little bit too soon, maybe over pull. Let the swing do the work. Your arms are gonna get enough taxed with the ring dip, doubling up, and the burpees over the box.
Well, Emma Lawson was one of the first women to the one-legged squats, along with Alexis Raptis and Annika Greer. Then top of your screen in lane number 10, Carolyn Stanley. Now Brooke Wells, we're gonna keep an eye on her, ran into some trouble in test number 1. She got time capped and looked to be having an issue with one of her feet or slash ankle afterwards. And she's towards the back here in heat number 6. She has yet to get off the rings.
It's been one of the things that I would say Brooke hasn't been traditionally great at, is high volume pulling gymnastics, and you add a ruck in there and that just exacerbates the issue. Emma Lawson just springing off that box. Again, the tiebreaker overall will be the total number of burpee box jump overs these athletes do in the first round only.
So Alexis Raptis, she's now on the far left side of your screen. Emma Carey there as well, lane number 6, purple shorts. Amanda Barnhart in lane 2, closest to the camera.
Amanda Barnhart making that move to HWPO in the off season. And for her, it's
sorry, Jason. We got Emma Carey and Emma Lawson now moving their boxes. Looks like Carey's in front there.
Yeah, for Barnhart, it's can we shore up a couple holes that have been a problem for a couple years? And that's usually that high volume pulling gymnastics for. Had a great start to the day this morning in test number 1. So that engine has been building a bit, and that upper body will get its first real gymnastics test of the day here in test number 2.
You see Brooke Wells coming into view now on the left side of your screen. She was, I believe, on her 4th of 5 sets here for the one-legged squats. And she only has 15 seconds left. Well, now she's done. So that was her final set. Now she's on to the burpee box jump overs, and so far it doesn't look like she's laboring at all on a foot. So that's good news for her. The final 3 seconds is Emma Carey was just ahead of Emma Lawson.
Now, there's one thing that Emma Carey does and does well is pushing the pace from the beginning, whether she's fearless, which is one of them, but has the ability to do that and sustain it is another. You'll see a lot of athletes that'll start a little too quick too soon and tail off towards the end. Emma Carey is not one of those athletes. She is not afraid to go for it from the beginning.
Unofficially 21 reps in round one. We were talking about Brooke Wells. For more on her, let's go down to Mike Arsenault.
Well, you guys alluded to it during that first round there, but yeah, Brooke had some work on her ankle by the medical staff in the athlete warm-up area for about 15 minutes. She was moving a little bit gingerly on her left foot, so when she was going through her warm-up, was very methodical about it. What we don't know if the injury was created in test number one or if it was just aggravated there. We'll continue to keep an eye on the squats and the jumps through the rest of this test.
Thank you, Mike. And no tape on that ankle, just that timing chip that you saw.
And the interesting thing actually for Brooke is the tape on her wrists. She has she's trying to utilize a little bit of a mixed grip. You have your false grip where wrists rest on top of the rings that aids in the turnover, usually for strict ring muscle-ups, not quite safe or regular, but what she's doing is with that tape job, it's allowing to get that kind of a hybrid grip. Now, why would you do that? It's going to shorten the pull. It's going to shorten that lever arm and make the turnover a little bit easier. So, for example, athletes that are not confident in the turnover, it will help them a little bit with this complex.
Emma Lawson and Alexis Raptis were the first two women to get to the one-legged squats. Annika Greer's right there, and here comes Emma Carey, who got through 21 box jump overs in round one to take the lead here by a rep over Lawson. And I have a feeling that you should probably get used to seeing the two of these battle it out for the lead in a heat, not only here, but also in Madison, Wisconsin.
And Lawson's slight advantage is in the first half of this test, which is the ring complex and the pistols. Lawson's positioning on these is absolutely beautiful when she gets in that bottom single leg squat position.
Matt Torres on the left side of your screen in the hat, the coach of Emma Carey. Now Lawson is on the box jump overs along with Emma Carey. Here comes Alexis Raptis as well.
Yeah, I was actually talking to Matt Torres before this weekend started. He says, one of the things I have to do with Emma is to get her to slow down, either whether it's in training or take rest days. And so for her is exactly what we talked about after the first round of this, is that, okay, now we're on the competition floor, now you can go fast. We've been building it up for some time. Now it's time to unleash the hounds.
Take the restrictor plate off the old Red Dragon. Less than a minute to go here in the second of 3 rounds. Emma Lawson and Emma Carey pretty much neck and neck, as I believe Lawson was able to get maybe 1 or 2 reps in on her box jump overs before Carey started. Now they're dead even here in this round.
Well, Carey actually had finished ahead of her at the end of that last set of 10, but forgot to move the box and lost that lead. So Carey's gonna have to actually get that lead back from Lawson. She's been cycling a hair faster, but it's not a lot on these burpee box jump overs.
Alexis Raptis in the gray shorts just advanced her box. She now sits in 3rd place.
What I like about this test for Alexis Raptis, who's in the left side of your screen in the gray shorts, is that she is one of the best pressers in the field, especially when she's inverted. So when you look at the dip out of the muscle and the dip on the rings, when athletes get tired in the 3rd round, you may see Alexis Raptis shine a bit better once that fatigue settles in for the rest of the field.
Raptis won that Echo Press event last year at the CrossFit Games. Her first career event win as an individual, finishing 10th overall. Now, Bear Complex is offering fans the ultimate VIP experience at the 2023 No Bull CrossFit Games. Scan the QR code now for your chance to win free tickets, a meet and greet with Noah Olson, and a Bear Complex prize pack filled with top quality gear. 2 rounds are down. and it looks like by the placards on the floor that Emma Lawson has a 1-rep lead on Emma Carey. Lawson with 40, Carey with 39. Raptis is in third with 34 reps. 47 is the score to beat, and that belongs to Lexi Neely from Heat 5. Final round underway.
One thing to look for is the turnover at the top of this ring muscle-up and how athletes are catching on the top of the rings. Look at Raptis on the left side, lays out, leans back, and catches in a nice, tight, controlled position at the top of the rings. The hard thing about ring muscle-ups versus a bar muscle-up is that the rings are dynamic. They're swinging all over the place, and you have to control that. With a ruck, it makes that even more difficult to do. So keeping that nice, tight squeeze as Raptis goes unbroken on the complex, as well as Emma Lawson. So Lawson has been making her move on these single leg squats. Lawson being on the right side of your screen, Raptis on the left. But Raptis, a little bit slower cycle rate than Emma Lawson. And then here comes Emma Carey behind the two of them.
Now there has been a score adjustment. Emma Carey and Emma Lawson are tied at 39 reps. Lawson did not get credit for 40th. And right now Emma Lawson ahead of Emma Carey by about 5 reps on these one-legged squats. Top of your screen is Carolyn Stanley, and she is now moved up to join Lawson on set 3 of 4 here. Alexis Raptis there as well, and now maybe that's the final set. And now Emma Lawson trying to track down Lexi Neely's score of 47. And remember, Emma Carey has the tie break from round 1. She got 1 more rep than Emma Lawson in that round.
Lawson's got 2, looks like she'll have 3 reps on her as they move into that 40 to 50 round.
Alexis Raptis on the left. She currently sits in 3rd place. And then your leaders on the right side, Emma Carey and Emma Lawson. And both of them just took a lead, and now Emma Lawson advancing her box into the 50 to 60 range. And she has plenty of time. 40 seconds left here for Emma Lawson.
And just a nice, smooth, methodical pace.
Here comes
for
Emma Carey. Alexis Raptis still in 3rd place. Annika Greer is in that lavender outfit and purple hair in the background there. She's in the 30 to 40 range. Carolyn Stanley is also now moving into the 40 to 50 range. As you now see everybody on the floor. Amanda Barnhart, bottom of your screen, working through her reps. As
Lawson's gonna run out of room.
Emma Lawson might wind up in the crowd here soon. And that's gonna do it for Emma Lawson. 100 points and a win here in test number 2. And a great battle with Emma Carey there at the end. Emma Carey doing a really good job of trying to put some pressure on Emma Lawson, but Lawson just had too much of a lead for Emma Carey to make up. And there's Alexis Raptis, who wound up with, I believe, 39 reps. Now here's the replay presented by Rogue. Emma Lawson, that was an incredible performance.
It really was, and it was done so well, so smooth, so methodically. Whether it was the ring complex, the single leg squats, or the burpee box jump overs. No wasted time, no wasted movement, no wasted energy. Just great body position, great execution, and a good pace the entire time. She never slowed down, she never had to speed up. In fact, when it looked like she was going faster, it was really because everybody was going slower. great performance for Emma Lawson.
59 reps, a test win, and she gets to talk to Mike Arsenault.
Well, it was a battle of the Emmas, and Lawson emerged victorious. How cognizant were you of Emma Carey as we were racing through the final box jump overs on that last round?
I mean, for the most part, I was just trying to beat my score from practice. So I kept the number in mind, but obviously I was aware where everyone kind of was around me. So she definitely pushed me a lot. So yeah, it was a fun race.
You had a great performance last year in your first appearance at the CrossFit Games. You finished 6th, ran out of gas a little bit at the end of the weekend. What have you worked on in the off season so that won't happen again when you head to Madison, potentially coming up in August?
Right, so last year in Madison, my strength was definitely my biggest weakness. So all of the off season, that's been my main focus, and hopefully this weekend I can showcase all that work.
You'll have a lot of opportunities to showcase that strength over the next couple days. Congratulations.
Bit of a hot mic there. Emma Lawson